Okay, so I think we've said enough about shooting stars. Let's go very quickly now and talk about one of the major issues that happened over the weekend in the league, in the MPFL. Let's take you to Jos, the Rampan Stadium. In the next couple of minutes, we'll be speaking with Yemi Kosoko, our correspondent, the Channels TV correspondent in Jos, who was at the stadium to see the game between Giwa and Rangers yesterday. But before we do that, let's just sit down. Sit down, pause a little bit, relax. Let's bring you some of the highlights from that game because we want you to see for yourself. We want to start by showing you the goals scored by Rangers. For me, it was a very, very beautiful goal. Godwin Aguda with the goal for Rangers. Sit back, see the goal scored by Rangers. After that goal, we will also allow you to see some other incidents around the game. We'll talk about them, and then we will put a call through to Yemi Kosoko to find out exactly what happened during that game. But sit back, see, I beg your pardon, Giwa against Rangers, the goal scored by Rangers, and then we'll be back with more for you on Sports Tonight.
The referees were really unjust to, in quotes, to
do an acted job.
So, yeah, when the match commenced and that goal was called, it was a beautiful goal, no, it's undisputable. And shortly after that time, then there was this issue of an adjudged offside situation in which the fans were not really happy over there, which led to the throwing of objects onto the pitch, which of course is not the best way to exhibit or to show your grievances. And I think the supporters club of Giwa ought to have went to that place and see how they can curb the situation and make sure that those unruly fans did not throw objects onto the pitch. It happened about 3 times, and the match was stopped about 3 times, in which the match commissioner was able to persuade the referee to continue with the game. However, on the 4th occasion, the central referee and the assistant referee decided that they might not be able to continue with the game because it seems that particular side was not too safe for the AR man there.
Well, Yemi, thank you so much for speaking to us. But I want to clarify something from you very quickly. You said that tension was building up even before the game because of the leadership issue that had been on in the last couple of days. Chris Giwa and his group, and of course what they've been doing around Nigerian football. You also spoke about the referees being moved from one hotel to another. Who was doing this? Who was asking referees to leave one hotel and move to the other? Where is that coming from?
Well, there were no authentication, but I believe that in terms of hotel accommodation, the LMC is fully in charge. So you recall that Ifeanyi Uba came to Jos and defeated UIC, and there were no issues. In as much as I am not justifying what the fans did, and to an extent, the officiating was okay. However, the bench and the fans over there, their behavior on that day was uncalled for. Giwa was even playing a better game, and they look better to have even probably picked a point from the game. But the situation went out of hand by those supporters, or let me say fans over there. And back to the issue, they were in a particular hotel, and on that day of the match, they were moved to another hotel. And the supporters of Giwa came into the match, and they were insinuating that their movement from that hotel to another place by the organizers is something that probably there's something fishy about it. It was there, people were just talking about it here, we sat down, then when the decision went out of hand, people were now saying that they were able to justify whatever they're saying.
Well, Yemi, thank you so much for speaking to us, Yemi Kosoko. We'll stay on top of these issues and go on, ask you to help us find out a lot more about it in maybe tomorrow or the day after. But that's Yemi Kosoko, our man in Jos, Channel TV correspondent in Jos, giving us spot on, how do we call it, eyewitness account of what happened during the game. Guys, there is not much that we can say on this issue. I just want the league management company, the NFF, to really get to the end of this issue and make sure that this is resolved once and for all.
Very important.
Quickly, as we wrap up the show.
Very important, but sometimes a lot of rumors. They just need to sort it. They just need to sort it.
These are unfounded and baseless rumors. I think the fans were just instigated against Rangers. When you change hotel accommodation, what is the big deal in that? The hotel was in St. John's, and the LMC have their prerogative to put referees in any hotel of their choice. So what is the big deal about relocation of hotel accommodation? Anyway, I think the fans were just instigated and they acted on unfounded and baseless rumor.
Anyway, we'll keep talking about this in the days ahead, but I thought our time is up. We'll continue where we stopped today. But I want to say a very big thank you to Onye and Toby for coming on the show, and of course a very big thank you to you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the night. Bye bye now.